I forgot to start the recording again. All right, so you guys only missed the opening hand on YouTube here, but this is a pretty great hand, so we're gonna keep. We're on the play, which is right where we want to be. I don't love our matchup. For those of you guys just joining us, I apologize for starting the recording a bit late. We are playing against Gruul aggro, so we're playing against Hellkites, Questing Beasts, all kinds of nonsense cards. Hell Collector's a bit of a problem. So, I'm kind of tempted to just Bone Giant here and hold the shock. It's cheaper, and also this gives us a better 3-drop next turn. We could have waited as well, but I don't think there's any reason to. They're only playing one pump spell. It's the Colossus times 3. You probably need 4 lands more than Slay. Yes and no. I mean, I'm not super worried about. I just meant in general, it's gonna be good in this matchup. I mean, that absolutely reeked of a shock. I could have done the light up the stage to try to hit the 4th land for next turn for the Torburin, but I don't think we necessarily need to now. Either shock or a good bluff, yeah. I mean, it can only be one of those 2 options, right? Knocked himself, that's kind of nice. So he's gonna play like another one of these, maybe? No, what is he holding open? He's holding open the pump spell for realsies? What could he have instant cast? Oh wait, flash. It costs 1 less for each attacking creature you control. I mean, I think that's fine. It's gotta be +4/+0 or whatever, right? I think we just smash. Let him do the pump spell. And then slay in response. If he doesn't do anything, then we just light up the stage. I mean, this has to be a pump spell. This is an instant. For some reason, because I could see it, I thought it was already turned over, but... I'll pass priority back. I'm okay with the trade. This thing will be out of shock range next turn. This is actually kind of bad. I should have committed more. I should have just either war bossed or just slayed it and bashed. I went for a better upside. This doesn't feel real bad if he has like a questing beast. Hexproof. We have more cards than him. So that's gonna be a saving grace, hopefully. We're also at 20, so we got some room. I do like this second Slay. He does have 3 dragons in his deck, 4 questing beasts. Pretty scared of his top end for sure. If we get the Torburned out, it'll be fine. But that's rough. So if he doesn't block, we need more mana next turn. That was very, very good for us to draw for sure. Because I'm pretty sure this thing can do 2 damage divided as you choose. So he could kill the Steamkin if he were to dump his mana into it, and that would suck. But now we'll have enough mana for Torbran and Slay, which is just kind of nutty with this deck, or with this hand. And then this'll die to whatever. Oops, I had it on mute for, sorry guys. I keep coughing. So I decided to play the Steamkin because I thought I could then the next turn play double champion attack, light the stage, gaining the mana on him. But this was a good answer. He doesn't have a whole lot of ways to burn my creatures out, so I still think it was fine. We have him to 12, we have removal in our hand. Doing okay on mana. That was smart of him to not play anything I could target. I can pump them all, or I can play a Fiend. He's taking 5, 6, 7, 8. He would go to 3. I guess I like that. Puts him dead to a lot of cards, guys. Puts him dead to Torburin. It puts him dead to Shock. It puts him dead to Slay with Fire. Puts him dead to just about anything. Lava coils are probably just better. We don't need anything that's at instant speed. It comes into play with a counter for the dragon. The questing beast maybe, but a little sketchy. This goes face, which is nice. Alright, I made some misplays there in game 1. We have a light up the stage. This is no good though. We do not have a light up the stage. Otherwise I would keep. Maybe Footlight Fiend is better. We need to hit this Chandra, like on turn. Mulling to 5, game 3 on the draw. This is not going to help our cause for sure. That thing's gonna get out of control. We won't be able to deal with it. So even hitting the Chandra on turn, we're far enough behind now to where we won't be able to protect her. She'll go up to 5. That was a bad draw. Fudge, Sickles. We'll get no value on her. Yeah, this is rough. I guess we could keep the flooded hand, and the play was like turn 2 shock light up the stage and just kind of pray. But if we hit like our 4 drops or whatever, that doesn't help us. I mean, I don't know, it's gross. I guess I could have waited on the land. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just dead, right? Unless we get a blocker here. I didn't really count that beforehand. GG's. I mean, playing the Steamkin and doing nothing wasn't gonna help us either, so. Alright, well, that was our second round, so we need to go. I punted to game 1. I still agree with like the line of play, but it just didn't really pan out, and I could have played a lot more conservatively. I don't know. I just felt like it was more of a more aggressive matchup, and I wanted to get him lower, and I just kind of put myself in a weird sticky wall situation. It's okay. We only needed to go 50-50, so we need to win 2 out of the next 3 matches now, and I'll see you guys in the next game.
If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquered this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun. If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquered this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun.
All right, if we're gonna lose to anybody, I want to lose to Skybills. This seems fine. We mold a 6? Yeah. Alright. To start, we can blow this guy up. She's got 3 Bone Crusher. Yep, there it is. We saw that coming. I think I just play mine out. We've got enough 4-drops. Also, this doesn't kill most of the things in her deck. I was really sad to see that Crusher. She's running 3 of them? No, 4 of them. Yeah. But that's the only thing that could kill my Steamkin on 2 there. I mean, this isn't a great trade for me. I guess it keeps the board clear. Transistor radio. So that's no fun, right? Not really willing to trade the Torburin or the Scorchbitter yet. Getting the Chandra out here just to reload my hand is pretty insane. It's gonna be tough. Tough to keep up with. Dragon would suck. For sure. Be tough to get through. Oh, we kind of knew that was coming. Ooh, it has trample? Gross. So he kills Chandra. That was a great turn. Double fight, perfect mana. That was great. I'm really hoping he doesn't attack. That's going to my face. Yeah, that's fine. I am quite happy with that, actually. Less lands, please. that would be ideal, but I mean, he didn't. Oh no! It's hasty. It's gonna kill Chandra. Oh no, it's not. It's killing me. All right. So what can we draw here? We can draw nothing. We're one turn off of the lethal here with Chandra. That was smart. The trample is just enough. You're not dead yet? Are you sure? This can kill me. This is trampling. I'm pretty sure we're dead. One turn earlier, and oops. And we're doing pretty well. And we were on the play, and she mulled to 6. So lava coils are good against questing beasts. Shocks are less good. They kill pelt collectors, but that's about it. Red cap seems great, I agree. It's not as important without like the wolves that fight and stuff. That's more what I think this card's for. Like lava coil's probably just fine. We do have a lot of things that want a lot of land, like the Chandras and stuff. I think putting 2 lava coils in and a red cap maybe. The Slay with Fire can go face and also does 4 damage. So that's a lot of 4 damage things. My turn to mull. Hope you don't get flooded. Yeah, me too. The dragon is a problem, right? Like, even if we play Chandra, you saw how quickly she was able to come back and race me from 20, even though I had control. I think, should we go, if she plays this, should we go ahead and oh shit, nice. Should I shock and light the stage? And it saves us potentially 2 mana if we draw something relevant. If we draw like a land and a Steamkin or something, that would be really good. I feel like we have not very many uses for shock. If she had a pelt collector, she would have used it, right? Rewarded. I feel like the upside there was high enough. Honestly, I think I just want to get this on the board now. Yeah, I think that is the way that would work. If I shocked.
I dream too much. I tell myself that I can't stop. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. That I can't stop. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. Clearly now. Clearly now. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly
Actually one short, but that's fine.
I smoke too much. I dream too much. I tell
And she's dead to Chandra? Close? Yeah?
I can't stop. We could see clearly now.
So we could have lost one chart, like one counter, and slain with fire while this was at 4, dealt 1 extra damage. But I don't think that was all that relevant. Questing Beast. Oh man. That's pretty sweet. Because that actually deals 4 damage there. Well, it's still fine. Alright guys, game 3. This one's for some of the marbles. Alright, this is a great hand. I like this hand. Looks like Sky Bills went to 6 again. Yeesh. We definitely want to blow this up next turn regardless of what happens with the Crusher. Once he gets out of control, there's nothing we can do about it. Tapped land is great. Lava Coil's also great. A giant growth in response. There is none of those in her deck, thankfully. What is this? Another giant? I guess we could have just Legion War bossed. I was just thinking that she for sure had the 2 damage spell, was going to use it on the spitter, but I guess that's just not the case. So if I didn't play the Scorch Bitter and I did the math first, we kill her with Champion. I just didn't do the math. I didn't think we were that far ahead. I didn't get a chance to do a good game. No. Skybills is one of my favorite content creators. Make sure you guys show her some love. She's a great player. Plays in these Fandom Legends all the times too. But yeah, GG's. See you guys in the next match. All right, let's pull up this deck list. Let's aggro his face and lock up top 8. Look, win in the die roll. Seems like a fine hand. Steamkin's a little sad to Crusher. But he's only running 2. Or I'm sorry, he's running 4, but he's only running 1 card. That will kill us. This is a little sketchy. Opponent has 8 creatures. So we have to hope he doesn't have them. That looks like he has it. Yes, you do. We are very sad to flame sweep. That's definitely something we need to worry about. So I'm gonna consider not even playing the Rock Knight, playing the Bone Crusher instead. To fade it next turn. We missed 2 damage off the top, but it leaves us with something on the board. Unless he plays Crusher here. And then we probably Shock Knight. Put it into play tapped. How greedy are we? Like we could max value, play the giant. I feel like what he has to kill this might actually just be... Yeah, we don't want him to untap with it. I think this is fine. It seems better than 2 damage. I mean, we can have both, technically, right? That's the thing. But yes. I think this puts him in a weird spot. He can untap. He can bounce something. He can bounce Crusher. Put it on the champion, because the champion will have haste next turn. He has the bounce fairy. He also has the counter unless I pay 3, which we have open. Also has another crusher. So we could lose damage if we could have passed priority and just lost the damage or done the 1 damage, but I think there's enough upside here. I think we just play this. We need Flame Spitter to have one more hit. Maybe playing that's a little over the top. Maybe it was unnecessary. I feel like he's not gonna have a whole bunch of... He can't string together too many answers. Oh boy. So he gets 8 mana now? Hey. Fallen, thank you. This game looks good. So, playing the Rock Knight when we knew about the, whatchamacallit was a little sketchy, for sure. So now we're playing for, another Shock, Slay with Fire, a Hasty Knight, assuming he doesn't have just, you know, some more removal here. He can also leave his mana untapped and counter our spells. Alright, we should actually have this. I think he's only running the one counter that I saw. Got game 1. So we don't want to go long against them, right? And we want to remove... This is a somewhat sketchy hand. But if they don't have a giant, right? That's right where we want it. We curve out pretty nicely. That's bad. Why? I'm pretty sure he shocked himself to deal 2 damage to this. Okay. Growth Spiral. Alright. No 2 damage. No 2 damage. Woo. Okay. Gary. Only 3 cards left. Hopefully, if he has the shock, he lets this resolve, and then we can shock in response to the burn. No! We needed 2 more 1-drop spells. Sadness. More trickery? Uh-oh, what are we doing? What are we doing with all this mana? Are we expansion explosioning? Alright, how does this work? Expansion of spells deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. If I... Does this fizzle? It's not... They're separate clauses, right? I don't think it does. I think it's separate. So get him to 10. This is 4. 5, 6 off the triggers, barring a flame sweep, which I know he's got 4 in his deck. Gross. Gross. Flame sweep is instant, right? Or is it? It is indeed an instant. This game looking a little less good. I should have actually slayed with fire before he drew there, just in case he didn't have the counter. But I want to do this now, just in case, so that way he can't counter another spell if we draw like a Torburin or something. Also, it'll shut down the whatchamacallit option as well. Why didn't he just do it beforehand instead of letting me trigger the... I mean, that's fine. So he's dead due a Slay with Fire. Oh, he could have a counter spell for it. Actually, no, we would have 3 to pay, actually. This is so much mana. Stop doing things. He would actually have enough mana to counter it twice, I think. But he might have removed that counter spell. It's not that great against burn. It's a little slow and awkward, and it's not any cheaper, so... Actually, explosion for 10. So we're dead next turn if we can't kill him, I think? Which I honestly don't know that we have an answer other than Slay. 2 expansion explosions out of his deck, and he is exactly halfway through, so reasonable chance he found a 3rd. We look dead. We got game 3 though, guys. Or, I mean, not we don't have it, but we get to go to it, right? Slay with Fire off the top? One-time dealer? If we're not already just dead? Double shock. Slay with Fire. Use target spell or owner puts up their. It says its owner puts it. I mean, it's fine. So another crusher and we're dead. Another expansion explosion and we're dead. All right, guys, all the marbles. Double shock or slay with fire. Or he has another one of these. Aether gusts or something. Yep. GG's. I think he boarded out the counter spells in all honesty. The Chandra will help us get to the Torburin. This is a shitty hand though. It's great against control matchups. I don't know if it's great against control matchups with quad flame sweeps and quad crushers. It's a lot of answers for that card, right? Please don't have a crusher again. 3 times in a row, please. They always have it. It is the sadness. It is the sads. He's also gotten double reclamation out like both games. If we lose this match, we still have a win in next round, though. So he has 2 Aether Gusts in there. You think he's got them in his openers? Hell yeah! Woo! One-time dealer. That was helpful. If we can keep this resolved for a turn. You think we're winning at the moment? I mean, you have to look at their cards, right? And our cards. Chandra definitely helps that. But 1 Aether Gust and we're in trouble. Did anybody see if he put this on top or bottom? The Chandra's really good against the flame sweep. I would really like a land here. Not a land. Our opponent is also stuck. They didn't hit 4. So maybe we're getting rewarded for the Crusher. He could like Flame Sweep, kill Chandra, which would be pretty good. Kill the little Chandra. An Aether Gust would, a second Aether Gust would suck, right? Pretty sure he's only got 2 and he's already played 1 on us. Let's double check. Oh no, he's running 4. That does suck. If he attacks me, he's got another Flame Sweep? I think I might not have played a land, but if he counters it, then he can't Flame Sweep and then he dies. Right? All right. Woo! All right, guys, we are locked. I think we are 3-2. I'm pretty sure, or we're 3-1. So the next match is completely irrelevant, and then we move into top 8, and that's best of single elim, best of 1, right? So pretty sure we're in. But we're gonna be playing the next Swiss round anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next match. Oops, forgot to start the recording again. All right, so not a great hand for the keep here, but we are also, I think, locked. It's gonna be a tough one for sure, but we should be pretty close to locked. This stops him from ramping into the Oko here on 3, or I'm sorry, on 2. I would really very much like to hit the land next turn, so I think we just light the stage. That's rough. Also rough. This is really bad for me. We could bluff and hit the light up the stage. I don't think that's best. We're just letting this first light up the stage go to waste, unfortunately. Ew! I'm really glad we're facing this at 3-1 and not 3 at 2-2, right? Otherwise we would just be straight dead. We take 8 more damage. Stuck on land. This is tough. So we could go like this, and or we could just slay now. The problem with he has a removal for this. I guess it works out the same. It's close. We're gonna chump this. He has a food he could eat, so we really don't like that. He could play a hasty, if he plays another one of the questing beasts, we're in trouble, right? I think you would have played it last turn if you had it. I kind of forgot about that. Oops. For some reason I was thinking it cost mana. So what we needed to do is have Steamkin at 4, have him send... Yeah, that's tough. Alright, so we definitely want the red caps. We want the lava coils. We're gonna ditch the shocks and the... War boss and one of these. I really like the red cap against the fighting wolf. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was gonna take mana, but this is my second time playing this matchup, or playing against this deck. Super bad. We have a light up the stage. I don't think we can bank on the light up the stage though, can we? Like, this is really good against him. Deep. The Scorch Spitter helps us hit the light up the stage. Yep, wrecked. What's the prize for the tournament? I think top 8 splits 4 grand. So if we hit top 8, it's 250 minimum, and then it like doubles for every win, I think. First place is like 1600. I always hit top 8, but and then I always fizzle out right there. Shit. So we got punished for the Scorch Spitter. He just has double Gilded Goose for like no reason at all. Oh. And we're dead. In the chats. Pretty dead. Do you ever watch Mono Black videos? Oh no, I don't. Hey Dan, welcome. Life is pretty good. Hanging out. Currently 3-2, currently 3-1, about to be 3-2 in this tournament. Jeez. 8-8 Crisis seems pretty spicy. Both games he had like Gilded Goose into nonsense and we mulliganed and got screwed on land, so such is life. Really needed to hit a land there, I think. If I go face with this, we could light up the stage and have extra mana for this, but then I think we just die. Good games. Alright guys, we still have a really good chance of top 8ing, but this was the match that we died to in the E-League too, and it's really not a good match for me, so. The top 8, our first round opponent is going to be Ely, and we're playing against challenge match, best of 3. Maybe it's tournament match. We're playing against the Golgari Adventures deck. We're not super worried about the sideboard. I am worried about early questing beasts. My deck doesn't have as much reach as some of the other decks, other red decks. This is a good hand. For 1-drops, they've got 4. Yeah, this is tough. That was a snap keep on his part. We definitely don't want this thing happening. Now we just need to light up the stage or something relevant. All right. Whew. Looks like we're stuck on land, maybe. If he hits the Footlight Fiend, I think that's fine. Goes down to 9. This thing can't block. Him hitting the 3rd land sucked. Oh no! That's great for him. He might as well block, I guess? I thought he would have blocked. He would have taken 1 more damage and gone to 7, but I don't know how much that is gonna be, how much that's gonna be worth it. He has Nissa in his deck, Arcbow, as well as one of the world who shakes the world. All right, so we're just short 1 Slay with Fire. I'm gonna keep the shock for the light up the stage. I was thinking about sending it, but I think we need burn now. Pretty good. Woo! Off the top. All right, so we're not super scared of his sideboard. I mean, he's got one Mtgnerdgirl. Thrashing Brontodon's probably not coming in. I mean, it's going to be a big body that we can't really deal with, but I think I'm okay with that. This seems like a fine hand if we hit one land. This red cap's pretty nice. There is one fine and finality in the deck. Questing Beast here would suck. I mean, it would just hit us for 4. It's not that big of a deal. We can then red cap it. Or slay it, actually. Probably just... Ooh, why didn't he play this, is the question. He could have played it. So what does he have for 3 mana that's an instant? Yeah, it's got to be this murderer card, huh? I think that's fine. Next turn, we can play Torberin and melee red cap. Unless we decide to play it on our turn. It should work out the same. Another Lovestruck Beast would be the only thing. Tap out, play this. Thrashing Brontodon's pretty good. A lot of damage. Woo! Top 4! All right, top 4, baby. Top 4. Won the die roll. That's all we're gonna win. Oh boy. We don't have a light up the stage. 1 land seems sketch. We needed 1 more land in this hand, and it's like kind of perfect. We can't keep. All right, we can keep this. I'm gonna be greedy, toss the land. Hope that these Steamkins can get us there. Scorch Spitter is great against Oko, because even if he has Goose, we still get in 1 damage. I mean, it's not ideal, but yeah, maybe it's a thing. All right, he also mold, which is helpful. So now we need light up the stage or a Chandra-ish. This is also the version with Krasis. I don't know if 4 Hydrate Krasis is worth boarding in the Tybalts, though. Tough. So many Steamies. He didn't go turn 1 Goose, which is cute. He's off to a really slow start. So we can play Steamkin. I think this is worth it. Six damage, or I could just go 6 face. How much is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I mean, the thing is, even if he makes a food, he can't sack them. He'll just be dead. He doesn't have enough land, right? 6 damage puts him to 5. How is he blocking all of this stuff without a board wipe? I don't think he has any, right? He has nothing. So he would just be dead here, regardless of whether or not Oko made a food. Him making a 3/3 and playing a wolf is a little rough. But he's still dead, right? He would be at 5 right now. I won a game versus this deck. Oh my god. I won 1 game. That's a win, guys. That's a win. I'm calling it. Doesn't get any better. Why are we boarding in melee? For the wolf? And for the questing beasts? We don't need that much land. This hand is really slow. I don't think we can afford to be this slow. Like, this is good. 3 land. Swap Strondas for speed. The problem is with Gilded Goose and Okos, the games goes too long. So we kind of need the Chandras to like refill our hands. Is this better than the average 6? I think we need to beat Oko. This is worse. This is very worse. This is very, very worse. All right, this is better. He also mulled to 5. That's kind of helpful. No, he mulled to 6. Never mind. Land and goose I can count. Let the ramp begin. Yeah, he's just gonna Oko here and I'm gonna cry. Shocked himself. So, what did he shock himself for? Yeah, maybe he's shocked to make a food. That's probably right. We could attack, but I mean... I think he snap calls. I'm fine with that being on the top, actually. Surprise! No attacks. We could be bluffing on the goose. He only has 4 cards in hand. So this is where like the red cap comes in really handy, right? Over the Slay with Fire. Just in case. Looks. So we could kill the land, hit Nissa for 3. Or we can kill one of our creatures and still not kill Nissa. Oh no. This is really bad with all this mana. Please tell me one of these two cards is not a Krasis. No, it is a Krasis. Mother flying fuck sticks. That's an 8/8 on 4 mana. Feels bad. Actually, I could have. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. That's game. At least the Nissa goes down. Taking her with me, guys. Play Scorch Spitter first. Helps with the light up stage. In case he goes turn 1 goose. What's the matter with it? Hey. I I definitely want to hit my land next turn. Why not Tibble? The only thing he has in his thing that gains life is the Krasis. And I think if he casts it, we die anyway. Warboss into Torbaran here is going to be kind of fucking nuts. And food tokens? Yeah. It's good. This is gonna be close. He's real close to stabilizing here. As long as he doesn't kill the Torbaran. He can play Oko, make a food token, eat the food token, but then he dies. This looks good. I thought this was going to be a scoop. I honestly have no idea what he could have for 2 mana here. He can put this on top of my library, but then he can't put... Okay. Woo! I no longer have a 0% win rate against this deck. Heyo! Woo! Thank you guys for not believing in me when I said I couldn't beat this deck. All right, we're in top 2, guys. Guys, welcome to the finals versus Show and the Simic ramp list that I can't really beat. I think we're 1 for 6. I think the last round was a fluke, but we're gonna try our damnedest. Thank you guys for all of the good luck and well wishes. All right, we won the die roll to start. All right. No turn 1 goose, please. He did not mole, so that's not good. Less than ideal. Okay, starting off with that's bad. No goose is a good start. Dream on. All right. He can play a land and fight my Steamkin. We need him to not have the wolf one turn. And we'll hold open Slay with Fire. Slaying Fire, whatever that card's fucking called. So he has Disdainful Stroke. That was pretty bad. I was not playing around that card. So Nissa, make a land. All right, so we're gonna... So if we attack and he blocks here, he goes to 8, and then slays kill him in 2 turns. Or he blocks this. We can also Torbaran. Torbaran is kind of the same thing, right? It makes the Scorched Bitter do 2 extra damage on the trigger and an extra damage if he doesn't block. Yeah, I like the Torbaran play, actually. It makes it so his land dies, he takes damage on this, and 1 Slay with Fire is lethal, right? Shock is lethal. We have haste creatures that are lethal. Slay with Fire. He can't counter it with... I don't think he can... He can gain some life with... I don't know. He could fight the Oko with the... is he mainboarding one? I saw one in the sideboard. He might not be mainboarding it. Nope, he's not. He's not mainboarding a Hydra. I was gonna say he could... Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Makes a food. Eats it. Oh, no. Goose. He can... Oh, wow. And he can still Nissa to make a land. He can eat the token, go to 5. So, yeah, this is not lethal now. Because he can eat... Or maybe it is. How do we do this? So he has to double chump and or double block and eat. I think we just slay in response to the when he eats, right? That's the plan. He could not do it this turn, but I feel like he should. No, because he killed Torbjorn and turned it into an elk. Game 1, baby. Game 1. Whew. Shock is pretty good to kill the goose and the mana ramper and the flyer. Maybe Warbeast is a little, Warboss is a little weak. I think we board out the pump spells on the draw and board in more red caps. I think this is tough. Oops. Tibble or Chandra over card draw. Yeah, we should maybe put the Tibbleton. I don't know. The games do tend to go a little long, so I like Big Chandra. If you get her down early, it's really nice. Don't you goose. Thank you for not goosing. I need to win one of the next 2 games, guys. Holding open 2 mana. His sideboard is triple Aether Gust. It feels really weird having Steamkin in this deck. I feel like he has not been an all-star like he was in previous games. with only 2 Chandras in the deck. That's bad. We stop drawing lands now, though. Things are getting scary, guys. I need something to keep us getting stuff. We need a light of the stage or a Chandra. Tapland means no Nissa. It does mean second wolf, though. It's bad. Spam those flood emotes if you've got them, guys. We are indeed dead now. I agree with this statement. I wanna be your backdoor man. Ah! All right. I don't know, maybe Tybalt's good enough. Makes bodies for this guy, for Orberin as well. My Steamkins are just not doing any work, and they're not that important with the without the Nissa or without the Chandra on board. A lot of 3-drops. We've removed one drop, 1 2-drop, another drop. Actually, we've removed a bunch of 2s. Are these guys just better than the Steam? I don't know. Also, if he doesn't have a food, these guys trade better. These guys seem a little slow. I honestly don't know. This deck is really hard for me to board against. Like, I feel like we need to be aggressive, but then, like, we still aren't getting there being aggressive, so. We need some help, guys. We need our opponent to do very poorly, and I feel like they have not had great draws the last 2 games, so. Rip the dream? Yeah, that's okay. My win rate against this deck is really not very good. He didn't go turn 1 Goose. Torbjorn's not a bad draw. I mean, it's not great now. Not terrible to have one in my pocket, though. That's a bad draw. Ugh. That's really sad, guys. I can decline, right? Its owner puts it on top. I don't know what that means. What happens to it? It just... Oh, it says top or bottom. I just didn't read it all the way through. I skipped a word in my head. Some very clunky draws for us. I mean, at least this way if we draw the fire, we could kill it. A little bit of a punish there. It could keep the shocks. That's what I did last turn, but I wanted to be able to draw into another burn spell, right? Bring in Sarkin, maybe. But then we needed to bring in Tibble. I mean, we needed to bring in a shit ton of stuff. And it's hard to, you know, not rip your entire deck apart. Nissa into Krasis every game is really, really tough to beat. Even if we did have Tibble. Game 2 and 3 just didn't go our way, guys. Not a lot we could have done. I think we mulliganed both games and got stuck. drew mono 4-drops. It happens, and also I just think his deck is just a lot better than mine. Actually, I should have maybe blocked the token so I could play the Torburin. That would have been fine. This is really, really difficult for me to beat. I think his list is running 4 of them, yeah. I has food token! I don't think they're gonna be as good for me as they are for him, though. Bravery, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you guys for the GGs as well. We're gonna let them smack us. No blocks. Go into games. Womp womp womp. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the Fandom Legends matches, and yeah, post any comments you guys have down below, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. Till the next time, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. Please check the link down below for our sponsor, Card Kingdom. They help me out with making so much of this content. Also, a big thank you to everyone who has signed up for my Patreon. Without you, none of this content would be possible.